Story about yourself. Story about someone.
That's pretty innocent. It's just
Tell a story about any band.
I used to drive around a lot, and most of the people that we hung out with were skinheads, and good guys with great sense of humor, and just funny dudes. But anyways, we're all...
story.
That is a short story.
It really was. Anyway, so we're in the back. They're all crowded in our car, and we're cruising. We drank all night, and it was like 6 a.m. or something like that. We went to Denny's, tried to go to Denny's, get some breakfast. And we're cruising through, and right when we're cruising through the parking lot, there's a busload of old people. I don't know what it's from. Some tourist thing or something. But they're all coming out of the bus, and we're cranking the
screwdriver?
No. these were skinheads.
I know, I
did
just
ska and stuff. So. Not the non-racist types. But anyways,
Sharps. No,
have you heard that movie, The Trip, with Dennis Hopper?
No.
It's a really crazy movie about acid.
Oh no, that's Peter Fonda.
Peter Fonda's in
Yeah,
that.
yeah, where he takes LSD. Bruce Dern gives him the LSD in that. Yeah.
We had the soundtrack to that on tape.
That's pretty fucking cool.
And we're cranking it because it's almost like a demented circus sound. Like,
yeah.
So we're cranking that super loud with all the skinheads in the car, and we all lean out as we cruise by all these old people and listening to this crazy circus music, and the look on their faces was just like, it was insane. It was like this couldn't be written. We have to write this in a movie. This is rad. I just like it felt like it was in slow motion. I did slow down to about 5 because we're in a parking lot, and there's a bunch of old people, but it was so rad. And we just, as soon as I pulled in, we all just bust up laughing because it was just the weirdest, surreal thing I've ever been involved with. That's one story, and that's it.
It's a trippy score.
Yeah.
30 seconds is fair use, right? You can grab that thing and put it under it.
Of the trip?
Of the song.
Yeah.
30 seconds is fair use.
They've been playing it a lot on the NPR stations in the background. Oddly enough, yeah.
God, I wouldn't know what the title of that song was though.
You can find the soundtrack.
Yeah,
it's very circusy sound.
You can find the soundtrack.
Yeah, definitely. That'll be fun to edit in. Darius?
Oh man, this isn't a really specific story, but what we used to, another thing we used to do in Santa Cruz was fucking really awesome. Was a bunch of us used to work at the movie theaters there. Like the whole town was U.A. Everything was like a monopoly. I don't know how they pulled it off, but every theater was U.A. And I worked at the Del Mar, which is downtown Santa Cruz, old kind of historic theater. That was actually the whole meeting place for everybody, all the skinheads and everything. Everybody would meet in Del Mar. And I worked with a bunch of them. No,
Pacific.
downtown.
Pacific.
It's still there. So anyways, I worked there, and a bunch of our friends worked there, and we'd get into movies free all the time, which is cool. But we'd have these things called showings every few weeks. When a new movie comes, the projectionist has to. We put together the movie, and you have to watch it to make sure you put everything in right, like the reels in order. Because it's 3 or 4 reels usually. So we'd have these showings every couple of weeks that were just blowout parties. And all the UA theaters, because all of our friends were like assistant managers over here, assistant manager over here. I was a projectionist, I was a cashier. But it was like, it was like the best thing to do that night. Like, and there were some of the Del Mar that were, I think we had bands play at one. It was insane. Like 1 in the morning, totally low key. Like you're not supposed to party, you're supposed to watch the movie. But we'd have like, kegs. We'd have 80 people there, and everybody's wasted at 1 in the morning in downtown Santa Cruz.
At the Del Mar Theater.
Watching like
tell it's all
the
quiet.
crazy one. The best one was Return of the Living Dead. That was the one that was insane. But there was
When
kegs
it
and bands and
originally
shit.
came out, was that like 88?
88 or so, yeah.
don't
was
know.
probably 88. It's probably summer of 88. Yeah.
Shit, dude, so I just missed that by a year.
But those were really good.
My wife even worked in the movie theater too.
You'd be surprised how many punk rock people from the 80s worked in movie theaters, because in case you forgot, even a stupid haircut that didn't disqualify you from working in a movie
I
theater.
loved that job, man. I mean, it was minimum
all the
wage or
punks
whatever.
all the punks in my town, that's where we worked, and we never brought bands.
Oh, it was insane.
But
It was so cool.
we
The
definitely
Rio
had
was a
private
pretty
screening.
funky theater.
It's the best.
Yeah, Rio.
Rio
They
on
have
SoCal.
shows there now.
They have
Rio's
bands
the one
playing.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking of.
It's,
The
I think it
Deco
actually
kind of
is
SoCal.
not a
Yeah,
movie
that's the
theater
Rio.
anymore.
it's
The Del
not.
Mar was an old one
Used to have
too,
bands
but it was
there.
just right
I'm
down.
not positive, but
Yeah.
you would
The
know.
Del
that
Mar for the
it's-
longest time was the tallest building in Santa Cruz.
So I know our friend's band.
I think the Dream Inn is taller, but in downtown Santa Cruz it was the biggest building.
That might put us right on Main.
It's on Pacific. It's right downtown. Like, you know where Logos is?
Yeah.
It's across the street from Logos.
Didn't you work at Logos?
I worked at Logos too. I worked at the movie theater in Logos.
I should have worked there for all the money I spent there.
Oh yeah, you just bought a lot of records.
My whole record collection's from there. I
Yeah,
got
that place
50%
ruled.
off of everything when I worked there.
Dude,
I'd come home like this.
Dude, I don't know who was the guy who priced things, but I got
Crazy
first
cheap.
pressing
Yep.
of anything.
The only reason-
or somebody like dumped their whole
I know.
Misfits,
Yep, these still
whatever.
like that.
He's like $2,
Dude,
$3.
it's still-
He's like, this is crap. It's punk and it's,
It's
crap.
still
And
like
I was
that.
like, I felt like I
Swear
was
to
getting
God.
away with a
The
crime.
the only thing they seem to know
I'm
how
gonna
to
give you $18 and you're gonna give me these.
they only know how to price like classic rock and like
Some weird obscure
classical
jazz.
or jazz.
Yeah.
That's the only records you see there that are like
$138.
because
And
it's
I'm like,
fucking
never
worth
heard
it.
of them.
But I mean, you know what I mean? But not any of the punk shit. You can still get stuff there for like
$2.
$5. Crazy.
I remember seeing Champ 69 Tell Us the Truth, like 4 of them, still wrapped in the wrappings for $3 a piece.
You're
I
like,
was like, I just need one, but I want to get them.
yeah, I'll take more of these.
It's like, how could they do this? I'm not going to argue.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite things about Santa Cruz is the Del Mar area. I'm not the Del Mar. The Del Mar Logos. And the Del Mar. Whenever I go in there, I just get
It's
really
pretty awesome. I mean,
yeah.
I had a great time.
Those two.
It's not still a movie theater, is it?
Yeah, it is.
I remember. I
The
think
Rio
like,
is not anymore. I think they show
Yeah,
movies there,
Jones,
but
yeah.
like special screenings of whatever. But it's just it's a venue now.
Right. You guys remember the Sash Mill?
Oh yeah, totally. That was great too.
You just see
I miss that
Dance
place.
Craze there. And
I saw Lawrence of Arabia there.
Was
Just
it?
used to show great.
Didn't
old
they
movies
show
there.
like old X-rated movies there too?
think
Every
they
once
did,
in a
yeah,
while, I
behind
think
the
they
green
do
doors
like
and
a
all that.
double
Did they really?
feature.
Yeah.
I saw Clockwork Orange there. I saw
Yeah.
Lawrence of Arabia there. I saw a bunch of old movies there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool to have places like that, man. Sash Mill, yeah.
Portland is like a lot like Santa Cruz. I mean, bigger, but a lot like if you're into the film or
Right.
the jazz or whatever, you just gotta look around. You'll find the perfect place.
They got a place called the Hollywood Theater, and they had a midnight showing of the Great Rock and Roll Swing, which is like I don't even know if that's on DVD or anything.
I don't know if it
I don't have
was
it.
released.
I have like a weird, horrible VHS copy of it that I did.
With Japanese
From a friend,
subtitles.
from a friend,
Yeah, it's
from
like
a
awful, yeah.
For someone,
It's gotta be.
I had another state of
You got
mind
one
taped
too
on night
that's-
flights.
Like homemade.
Of USA.
USA. Oh man.
It's so rad.
Right, another state of mind. I have that on like a VHS.
Yeah.
That's
It's
good to have.
been recorded over
I'm gonna put it in the
18
sun.
times
I just wanna see
before
what
I did
happens.
it.
Portland also has the best bookstore.
Oh, that place is it's insane. You can
It's totally
get
insane.
lost.
What's the name of it
Can
again?
you do it
Owls.
horizontally?
Owls, yeah.
Switch
It
the
works
house.
the same?
Yeah, but didn't like a major one open across the street from it
That
or
was
something?
dirty.
Wow.
That thing
That was a
tried,
dirty
it gets
joke,
stopped
I
out of
think.
existence. No, there's no
Things
comparison.
like yeah.
I can get lost
I think
in
that's
for
how you
hours.
usually
and
do
like,
it.
hey, there's a book
Oh,
about
no,
something
I-
I
you're
don't even know
lazy.
why.
I thought you were talking about the bookstore in Santa Cruz.
Oh no, no.
I thought you were talking about that bookstore
Yeah.
in Santa Cruz.
No, the one down
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Although the one in Santa Cruz is free, you
Logo.
can get some really great stuff there
Or
too.
bookshop Santa Cruz is
Yeah,
awesome.
that's the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
They get weird stuff in logos that you can't find everywhere, and I don't really understand it, but it's cheap. It's like marked down, and it's like I've never even fucking seen this before.
Yep.
Like my it's not really my father-in-law anymore, but he's sort of my father-in-law, whatever.
Some guy in it?
Yeah, my mother-in-law's ex-husband. Anyways, he was down there and we went to Logos, and he's a fucking he's a writer. He's a music critic, and he has been since like the '70s. in L.A.
Everyone
And he was
needs-
freaking
everyone
out.
needs that.
But I mean, he was freaking out at the
Came
stuff
in
he was
and I was
finding
in
at
the
the
shower,
Santa
and
Cruz
he had all
record
this
store. It's
stuff
kind
like
of trippy, like books. Like I've never seen that.
Apparently,
I remember a book I saw in Logos one time and I didn't
and
get it.
I guess like
And I haven't seen it since, and I still don't know what it was, but it was a Boston hardcore
Joel
retrospective with 3D glasses.
I
And it was
think
the
I had
kid who
to
did
take
the
a shower,
cover of like
like,
Boston,
oh,
not
look at all this
LA.
stuff you brought.
Apparently had a whole scene worth of photos, and you had to watch.
It's
But
like, that's just
3D,
what
and I'm just sitting there like, but I couldn't take the glasses out because they were in the wrapper and all this, and it was like $17.
Oh, really?
And I've never ever seen it since.
I guess
I
like
was
when every single person
and
has.
I'm like,
Like, I should
really
take
pick that
that. Take
They
that
have
box
really
right
weird,
now.
cool shit there,
It
man.
wouldn't be an iron.
And every year they have these calendars that.
So are
I've
you doing
seen these.
something to go?
Anyways,
for the sake of the
Oh,
interview,
that's not-
we're gonna pretend that we're
I got a CRISPR.
Are the
They have these calendars
Yo,
like,
Smitty, give me a bass.
like calendars of
Yeah.
the news dudes or whatever, or
Chilling.
like paintings of them or something like that. But it comes with a CD.
Aurora's probably
like
picking
shit like that,
theirs.
like really
They're
cool,
from
like
Texas, so they don't really get
That's
that.
not kind
weird.
of
Yeah,
But I'm
It's
sure,
human,
I'm sure
right?
the
It's
one
human
near
here.
Powell's, I mean,
Oh,
that's all
yeah,
kinds of
yeah,
great
yeah.
pieces too.
Oh, it's not human.
I haven't been there in years.
Just, you know,
While we're on camera, can I guilt you into a music arts performance for cancer?
We are
free
lazy
here in
and
town?
Oh, the Music Cares thing?
Music cares?
Is there a date? We're going to date
Oh, you're actually
Next April.
for it.
I don't know, I think
2013.
April. Next year.
Sure, sounds great.
But